Good morning and welcome to this Zoom call. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm making this video for you because a lot of you have been asking the team, what do I need to set myself up for a video conferencing suite at home? How do I hack it together quickly? And the truth is, you can use your computer and nothing else if you need to, because something is better than nothing. But if you want to move a little bit beyond just the computer, then there's a couple of things that you might want to consider. As you probably know, green screen is quite popular, particularly as we can't get out and you want to keep things interesting for your clients. So Zoom will actually put a background over a green screen. Now, for a green screen to work well, it needs to be fairly consistent. So, you can hang material there, but shading on that material is the thing that's going to make it harder for Zoom to work and delineate you from the background. So plenty of light on that background is a really, really important feature. Now, you might want to keep your backgrounds fresh and interesting without using that zoom feature, particularly if you are in a house where you don't have a big wall that you can use, and maybe you're not prepared to paint it green because it might be a room you live in. But you can hang green material there. You can also hang a range of other materials there. And we just went to Bunnings and got a rail. We haven't actually put the rail up yet, but the rail clips into the ceiling, and when the rail clips into the ceiling, we can hang different material from that. So, that's probably our next step in setting up a bit of a home studio. Fortunately, we kind of had these lights already. We kind of had these studio lights already, so that was really helpful for us. And a couple of other small tips: if you are going to present to people and you are going to maybe put a whiteboard here and do some presentation, because it really does help if you can add some extra tools rather than just sitting on your screen, you might want to consider the footwear you're wearing. Now, if you're on a stage, you might not want to wear runners, but somewhere like here, wearing runners will let you move around nice and quietly without creating distraction or background noise, which is going to potentially detract from your video a little bit. So a light here, a light on the roof, or a light upwards, or a light on both sides so you don't get shadowing. Also, if you can't get these kind of lights, if you want to get something in a hurry, maybe you don't have a couple of $100 spare to go and buy this kind of lighting setup and you need to get it delivered anyway, then what you can do is you can maybe just go and buy a couple of LED lights handheld lights, torch lights from Bunnings, and mount them around your camera here, so there's plenty of light on your face. That'll really help you out quite a bit. If you're wearing makeup, then think about your makeup. If it's reflective, then you're going to get these shiny bits on your forehead, which I've probably got now. Is there shiny bits there, Wendy? There is. Yeah. So if you're wearing makeup, then wear something that's going to powder your face down a little bit. I haven't got to that stage yet, but who knows, maybe soon. Now, with a webcam is really, really helpful, because what you'll find is that when you're sitting down and talking to people, like if we were talking face to face, particularly if you are a woman and we were talking face to face, as I look at you, you would expect me to make eye contact with you. That's something that's really important, something that we must do if we're going to communicate effectively face to face. Now, when we move to the computer, your eye level is actually at the camera level here. So when I'm looking down at you, I'm looking down at you all the time, which isn't a great look. So not many people enjoy being looked down upon, but generally we set the computer up here. So if you're going to use your computer only, lift it up so that you're not looking down on people. And if we think about where the camera is and we're making eye contact with someone by looking at the camera, it's quite hard to do because their face is actually slightly below. So what we tend to do is shift our eye contact down. Now, if we were talking face to face and I was looking at you instead of looking at your eye, looking somewhere in kind of this region, it might be a little bit off-putting, and we might make some compensation for it because it's a computer, but we do still look and crave for that eye contact. One really good way to hack this and make it work so that you can still make eye contact with your clients when they are on a Zoom call, or you're coaching them one-to-one or one-to-many, or maybe even speaking to a group of people, is to get a webcam, mount it on a tripod in front of a second screen. So if you put your second screen a bit further away from your computer and you set your camera up so it's right in the way of the screen, if you like, then you can still make eye contact with people. And when you're making eye contact with people, they're going to feel much better about the presentation. You're going to look more professional. You're going to come across as an expert and authority. Now, if you have a look, I've set this up on a trestle from the garage that that come out of one of the plumbing vans. So you don't actually need anything great. Your green screen wall, I'll show you some of the backgrounds. I don't know, maybe we can come around here and show the screen, show the Zoom screen, show the monitor.
Yep.
Yeah, and what's on the monitor. When you're in Zoom and programs like that, you can also change backgrounds mid-presentation. You can see what's on the monitor?
Yeah, got to step round a bit.
Yeah. So you can actually change your background mid-presentation if you like. And you see I'm looking at that camera, I'm looking at the screen and seeing myself on the screen, but ordinarily you would be on that screen talking to you, and that I'm maintaining eye contact because that camera is doing that work for me. So I can change screens, so you can actually change screens. You don't want that one up. You can actually change screens mid-presentation, which is really, really helpful. So just be careful about your leads and make sure don't become tripping hazards. If you really want to get really technical, you maybe want to look at doing something like a teleprompter. Here's a teleprompter we quickly hack together, which is just got to be lowered down. So here's a teleprompter we hack together just so we can do presentations and read off the teleprompter. And mounting it from the ceiling is probably a bit over the top, but anyway, if getting a teleprompter together is something that's really going to help you, perhaps get back to us and we'll make a video on how to put together a teleprompter with an old computer monitor and some basic stuff. You can maybe rake together most of it yourself without spending a lot of money. I hope that helps. I hope that has given you what you need so that you can hack together a bit of a home studio to take your Zoom calls and create videos that will impress your clients. Keep safe, look after yourself, and make the most of what you got.